amigo. So if I came to Acapulco and I didn't come to this kind of area, I would feel cheated. Do I feel safe here right now? Yes, I do. Hola, buenas tardes amigos, and welcome back to Acapulco. This is my third video from Acapulco, and today I've come out into the sticks, well, the ghetto, more accurately, to answer the question, is Acapulco safe for tourists in 2019? Which is probably one of the most Google searched phrases when it comes to Acapulco by foreigners. Now, many of you have talked to me about going to places like Las Brisas, Luxury Hotel, Playa del Monte. To be honest, if you know me, those areas pretty much are as appealing as an ice pick lobotomy through the eye. So I won't be going there, unfortunately, even though I'm sure they're very pretty. I much prefer to explore areas that tourists don't come to, you know, so I'm heading towards somewhere called Laja, which is considered to be one of the most dangerous areas in Acapulco. Some locals have told me that it's not dangerous, some told me that it is dangerous, so we'll see what happens. I'm sure there's more dangerous areas in Acapulco. And I want to touch on the point that I covered in the first impressions video about the difference between feeling safe in a tourist area and feeling safe in a local area, if you know what I mean. So let's get going. Now, I'm not even there yet, but I just want to point this out. This could be a sign of regeneration in Acapulco. Look at this amazing artwork on these buildings. And the reason why I say that is because I believe they were put together or painted 2015 to 2018, so new construction in Acapulco. So clearly it's not all about deterioration. Perhaps there is some rejuvenation in the area. It's so cool. Now, it's seemingly a long uphill walk to La Laja from where I'm staying down by the beach. You can see behind me, you know, this sort of area is not the typical area that you'd think, oh, I'll go there, that's attractive, because yeah, there's graffiti everywhere. As I said before in other videos, there's closed down businesses, which we're going to touch on. It's clear that, you know, there's been a lot of abandonment and deterioration in the area. But you know what this area really reminds me of is Medellin in Colombia. When I used to walk from Belén to Insurgentes, you know, you've got this seemingly never-ending road with these bus stands in the middle, and in the distance you've got the buildings up on the hillsides. So very similar. And you know, Medellin, you know, Colombia, is a potentially dangerous city. I lived there for 3 months. So, you know, I know how to handle myself on the street. So if you're worrying about my safety, don't. I'll be fine. Right, I'm just taking a little break as I walk up the hill. Necesito un teleférico or mexicable. There's no cable car here. I have to use my feet, unfortunately. But I want to talk a bit now about why is Acapulco considered to be dangerous. So let's talk about drugs for a minute. Firstly, you know, despite what everyone in terms of Mexico YouTubers say in terms of Mexico's amazing. Oh, did I just throw shade? Yes, I did. Sorry, but Mexico is not perfect. Drug cartels are in existence. Drugs do exist. You can easily get hold of drugs, particularly in somewhere like Mexico City. And Guerrero especially is well known for drug crime, drug smuggling, that kind of thing, because if you think about their location, you know, south of Mexico, Acapulco, if I was a drug smuggler from Peru, Colombia, that's a route I would use to get drugs into North America, you know, and then get them through into the States and Canada and beyond, you know. And also, one of the things about crime around here is the fact that the police are very corrupt, and they've essentially been taken over by the military because of corruption. And one of the things in these sorts of areas that I've read about, this is purely from research, is about extortion and extortion rackets. And one reason why a lot of these businesses are closed and abandoned and things like that is because people demand money from them, and if they don't pay it, they get killed, or their place gets burnt down, or their family gets murdered, or their private security guards get shot, or there's a drive-by, or whatever. So it is dangerous, and I don't know whether this is still the case. Is that something from maybe 5 years ago? Is it improving? I don't know. Do I feel safe here right now? Yes, I do. Perfectly fine. The old guy just walked past selling me something just like he would down by the beach. You know, it's pretty deserted. Young guys walking around with dogs. no issues so far. I'm going to continue up there to Laja. Let's hope I make it. So this is Laja. I'm sorry if you're expecting something like a favela in Rio de Janeiro with drug dealers with AK-47 on every corner, but that's not the case, because this is just Mexico. It doesn't feel any different from somewhere like Taxco or the northern areas of San Luis Potosí. You know, you've got market sellers over there, you've got street food, you've got guys walking the streets with accordions and guitars playing music. You've got these lovely colourful buses and awesome taxis, of course, over there. You've got school kids walking about. There's playgrounds for children. And actually, it's quite pretty. You know? These colourful buildings, trees, blue skies, cats scratching themselves over there. And while we're here, I just want to point out, today is my birthday. Happy birthday, feliz cumpleaños to me. I'm 37 today. Thank you for all the lovely comments on Instagram, YouTube, community tab, whatever. It's much appreciated. And I just want to point out that useless fact of the day. Today, this year, is only the 4th time that I've not been in the UK for my birthday. The first one was 2009. I did a flight over the Nazca Lines in Peru. 2 years ago, 2016, sorry, that's 3 years ago. No, 2017, I was in Japan, Mount Aso, active volcano. And last year I was somewhere in Mexico City recovering from disastrous food poisoning from bad tostadas at Coyoacan Market. So this year, a potentially dangerous area in Acapulco, adding to my list. Where am I going to be next year? Put down your suggestions in the comments below. So there's tons of local food places down here, like the ones behind me, places selling chicken, fruit and vegetables, that sort of stuff. And you know, the cost is so inexpensive in comparison to down by the beach. You know, down by the beach you can get ceviche for 100 pesos. It's a starter, you know, it's not even a main meal. Yet here you can get, you know, a whole chicken for 120 pesos, which is insane. You know, a chicken breast, 30 pesos. So yeah, if you're looking for an alternative to those sorts of exorbitant places in terms of food, oh, this phone box is really hot, then come to somewhere like this. I wholly recommend it. Chicken. Now, someone said something to me recently about the hard-working citizens of Acapulco trying to make Acapulco great again. I can't believe I just said that. Make Acapulco great again. But anyway, is that because that they have to pay money in terms of extortion and they're working their asses off because they need to make a living? Or is it not because of that? Is it because they're simply working hard and they're hard-working people? Because everyone I see here, from car mechanics to shop owners to people selling food, fruit and veg in markets, etc., you're very happy, smiling and laughing. You know, if I was in a position where I was being extorted out of my hard-earned money, I probably wouldn't be like that. So that's the thing about this channel. Don't always believe the things you hear, because when you're actually here in the place, the story you see, the things you see are somewhat different. Right everyone, this is moment of the century. I've got my cat protector next to me. If you want to know the answer to is Acapulco safe, I was here about an hour ago filming a bit about my birthday when I left my cigarettes. Look what's still here on the step an hour later. Is this Japan? You know, Japan, you could leave, you know, your laptop on the floor on the street and it will still be there a week later. I wouldn't expect that in Acapulco. My cat buddies have saved me. Let's go down a back street. So one of the problems in Acapulco seems to be litter and garbage collection, because literally everywhere it's just trash everywhere. Not particularly down this road, but up there around the corner there's a big pile, you know. So that is one major issue in Acapulco, and it's probably one which for locals must be frustrating, you know, and it also discourages tourists probably from coming here. Got a dried up river of some kind, possibly some kind of reservoir. Who knows? Dogs barking, chickens down there somewhere. Woof woof. One thing that's important to mention coming into summer like this is that, you know, people obviously haven't got a lot of money. You know, there's a woman just doing knitting outside her house over there, stray cats everywhere, but there's school kids walking around, there's teenage school kids kissing on the street, boyfriend and girlfriend, there's people working just like any of us would work, trying to make a living, and it just makes you realise that everyone is the same, no matter where we're from. And as I leave Laja, I've realised I've been mispronouncing it for the whole video. Never mind. I want to highlight the 2 points about this video, and it's twofold. So if I came to Acapulco and I didn't come to this kind of area, I would feel cheated, because that area down there, Acapulco Bay, hotels, resorts, that's not Mexico. If you want to come to Mexico and you think that you've come to Mexico by going to a resort, sorry, but you haven't. That's not the real Mexico, this is. Okay? And the second thing is about, is it safe? Yes, of course it's safe. Obviously there are issues in terms of drugs and crime and everything, but as I've said before, safety in a city is not necessarily just down to the city, it's down to you. Your responsibility. Take some responsibility for your actions. So if you're going to walk around being too friendly with the police, or, you know, getting drunk after too many margaritas at 1 o'clock in the morning and walking the streets down by the beach looking for cocaine, then you're probably going to get in trouble. It doesn't take a genius, use your common sense. So, you know, this place, Acapulco, is one of my favourite places in Mexico, absolutely, without a doubt, and people need to come here, and hopefully these videos are doing something about that. At least I hope so. So thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed having a look around. I'm going to continue with my birthday now. There might be a second video for my birthday. We'll see what happens. Maybe not. But don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. I'll catch you later.